All right, guys, we'll do just a quick lesson. Let's go to Qua. Qua, can you read the objective? So we're going to learn how to secure API keys. So it'll be pretty quick, right? So I sent out this file the other day, and so I'll just demonstrate it real quick for you guys. So how to secure your API keys. If you have an API key that was free, then you don't have to worry too much about it. But if you have an API key where you put your credit card down, then you have to worry about it. You have to worry about it, especially if it was an AWS key, or a Google Cloud key, or a Microsoft Azure key. Those are really dangerous because what can happen is that someone could steal your API key. They could launch servers to do crypto mining, right? And then they would just launch like the max amount possible on your credit card, right? Because the more servers they launch, the more money they make per hour. So it's very important you secure these keys, right? So if you have a credit card down, definitely do the following things. So you're going to make a JS file, and you're going to put your API key in as a variable. And then you're going to include that JS file in your HTML file above where you're using that API key. You're going to make a .gitignore file, put the name of the JS file from step 1 here, right? And then that file will never be pushed to GitHub, right? So that also makes it so you can't really deploy this properly, right? But in the future, I'll show you guys how you can, right? Like right now, we're not doing back end. So we're not doing back end. Once we do back end, I can show you how to like put the API key in the back end, right? In a secure way. But this way will make sure that you don't get billed. But the downside is that online, it doesn't look good, right? Because the API won't work online without the API key. But locally, it'll work. Now, some people, they have to put their API key in the script tag itself. So the way you would do that is you would make a variable. You would put this right here inside of a JavaScript file that you would ignore, right? You would do the same process. So you're gonna make a brand new script tag. You're gonna edit the src attribute. You're gonna put the URL plus the API key, right? And then you're gonna append that script tag to the body. I mean, not every API key is like this, but in the case where you have to include it in the URL and then include that script tag in, this is the way you would do it. So let me just quickly demonstrate it, and then we're done. So I'll make a new folder right here, and we'll just pretend this is a repo. Let's say API key project, secure API key. GitHub example. So I'm going to go inside. I'm going to make a new file called .gitignore. And I'm going to say use dot, right? So there's no name for this file. So it's going to be hidden in the file system. The only way you can see it is by looking inside Sublime Text or VS Code, or doing ls-la inside your terminal. And then in the file, I'm going to just name it API key.js. And then I'm going to make an API key.js file. And I'll do var API key equals, we'll just put our API key right here. And I'll make an HTML file. Include a script tag. And then I'll include src. And that'll be API key.js, right? So I'm including this right here. Just to make sure it's working, I'll alert the API key to see if it works. Okay, it just alerted, so I know it's there. So this is what I would upload to GitHub right now. And it's never going to upload the API. It's not going to upload this file because this file is in the .gitignore. .gitignore is part of like a Git repo, right? If you include a .getignore file, then it'll ignore whatever files or folders you mention inside of it. And in this file, you can even do patterns. You can even do patterns. You could say all the files with a .txt file extension, or you could do other complex patterns if you need it, right? Yeah, so you would do star.txt, something like that. Yeah, star's wildcard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know them all off the top of my head, but if you look them up, I mean, it's pretty standard. But in this way, we can secure API key. But keep in mind, it's not going to work if you deploy it to GitHub Pages, right? That's the downside. But the plus side is you don't get billed $10,000. Right, and that's happened to people I've known, unfortunately. Okay, so that was how you secure API keys. Let me send you guys these files. API key. Okay, where is my Chrome? And then almost done. Okay, just sent that out to you guys. For today, I'm going to just do a review on forms, maps, Firebase, scope, and there's an each thing with jQuery. It's like a loop, but it's on, it's like a jQuery loop. So I'm going to go over these things. If you want to stay for these things, just same deal, right? Just pay attention, work. But if you're going to work on your projects and talk, then please just go outside to not disturb everyone in the class. So I'm going to just jump right into it right now. Okay. All right, guys. That's Sandy. Got everyone. Am I missing anyone? I know William already told me. Great. All right, guys. So just put this down so I can see you. Okay, so Fernando, Alan, guys, I'm gonna just go over forms and then I'm gonna go over mapbox, right? Because I'm gonna use a form for mapbox. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna include jQuery. So I'll just grab this file, copy it over, and then what we'll do over here, delete all this stuff. Okay, and I'll delete this button, and I'll make a form tag, put our button inside, and I'll say submit right here, and I'll put an input tag, type text, and I'll give it a name attribute of, I'm going to just not include the name attribute, but later on we'll use a name attribute. Let's give it an ID for now. And go over here. And this one I'll do number. We'll call this pet name, right? Pet age. Put some placeholder text in. What is your pet's age? Placeholder text over here. What is your pet's name? Right, so this is what the form is. So if I open this up, This is what the form looks like, right? It cuts off over here. So what I'll do is I'll make the inputs a little bit longer. Style. And now if I wanted to make this input a little bit wider, what would I do? Haven's row? If I wanted to make the input wider, what would I do? What's the first word I would type? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Carol. Span. I wouldn't do span, but because like I don't have any spans on the page, so I have to pick what I want to update. So what tag am I updating right now? Input, right? Input. And then I want to increase the width. So what would I do here? Width. Maybe I could do 100%. Thank you. Let's see what this looks like. Cool. So it takes the full width of the page, right? Right now. So it takes the full width of the page because the input is inside of the body, right? This form is inside the body. So the body is the big container. So whatever the body's width is, this form is going to be, this input's going to be whatever that body tag is. And the body's the full width of the page. So now that we have that, and we can see what's your pet's name, what's your pet's age. So put in submit. What happened? What happened? It refreshed, right? So now I need to stop the refresh. So over here, when I click on this button, right? So when I click on this button, how would I write that Fernando's row? When I click on this button, I would do $. Well, that's gonna happen inside that function eventually. But right here, I want to select the button. How would I select that button? What would I put right here? Button. Good. Right. And then on click, like you said. And then what would I add here? A function. Right. So an anonymous function. And now what do? Go ahead. It's going to start with event. And what do I put? Prevent default. Perfect. I couldn't hear you guys. Sorry. Yeah.
I was like mumbling, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah. No, but you're completely right. Okay. So now let's just see if it refreshes now. So we'll put in Fido3 submit. It doesn't refresh. Good. Right. So now what I'm going to do is instead of doing nothing, I'll just alert. I'll alert the name and the age, right? So I'll alert. I'll do var name, var age, $, right? So pet name. And I know this is wrong. Just don't shout it out. All right, so with your partners, what am I missing here? With your partners, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? I'm missing some stuff here. With your partners, just discuss it. I'll give you guys a few minutes. I'm missing some stuff here. This is not going to work when I run this. Talk with your partners. What's wrong with this? I'm missing some code. Particularly this, I'm missing a character here. I'm missing some stuff over here. I'm missing a character over here. I'm missing some stuff over here. So look at lines 27, 28 with your partners. Good job. What else? There's some more stuff I'm missing at the end. Okay, so Josh, right here, what am I missing? Hashtag. So I need a hashtag over here and here because I'm dealing with an ID, right? An ID, so I need that there. And then over here, what am I missing? Let's go to Sandy Fernando's rows. It's dot. It's and then it's a three-letter word. Starts with V. Val. There you go. Val. I play this like stupid game on my phone, and this guy, like it's like you have bases and you attack other people's bases, and this one guy's base was shaped as a heart for 10, and then I destroyed it. It was nice though. All right, cool. So then it worked. So whatever we type in, we see the alert right here. Okay, so now what I'll do is instead of alerting it, we'll add it to a div on the page. All right, so I'll put a div right here, and we'll add a paragraph tag with the name and age of the dog to the page. So now, how do I create a brand new paragraph tag? What do I put right here? Let's go to Sandy's row. I want to make a brand new paragraph tag with jQuery. $. Perfect. Excellent, right? So this makes a blank paragraph tag like this. And now I want to update this paragraph tag to have the name dash the age. So let's go to Haven. So P dot. Well, I would do dot text. And then over here, I would do name. And then if I wanted to add a hash to it, what would I add? I mean, not a hash, a dash.
If you want to add a dash, you could have a dash.
Yep, perfect. And I'll just put spaces and then plus age. And then over here, I want to select the div and add this paragraph tag to the div, right? So this is the div on the page. So how do I select that div? Let's go to Alan's row. How do I select this div right here? Excellent. Nice. And then over here, I want to add this paragraph tag to the div. What would I type? Perfect. Append P. So now let's try this again. And then perfect. Good. So that's how we deal with forms, right? All right, so now to deal with mapbox, and I am going to get some help from my buddy Nick, who finished this. Hope you don't mind, Nick. Thank you. All right, so project 1. Is that it?
Well, it's not really actually pushed up like that.
Oh, okay. Can you Slack me the file that you did the map stuff in?
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll just go to Mapbox and sign in, sign up. All right. Wow, what's an unexpected error? All right, great. So I just got in. Let me go to the billing real quick. I mean, I didn't put anything in, so I guess they can't bill me, so never mind. All right, so use the Mapbox CDN. That looks good. All right, so let's copy this into a new HTML file. I've never used this before, so I might screw up, but it's whatever. O3 Mapbox example.html. scaffold this, include this, take this. So what did I do wrong? Where should the CSS file go? In the head, good, right? So we'll just add it right there. And then let me go over here, click next. Oh, wow, so they really did it for us. Okay, so let's see, script, take this div tag, throw it up here. And how did I screw this up? What did I do wrong? Oh yeah, take this, put that right there. Move this backwards. Okay, cool. So let's see if this works. Cool, so we got our map working. That was pretty fast. So now let's move on to the next part. Congratulations, okay, we're done. Okay, here we go. So what do we want to do? I just want to put stuff on the map, like plot points onto it. So let's see, how do I do that? Add a GeoJSON line. Just want to throw a marker. So let's see. Data-driven visualizations, 3D buildings, that looks cool, but I'll go to the documentation. And let's see, mapbox GL.js, that looks like the one we want to work with. Oh, here we go. LNG latitude. Okay, here we go, point. All right, so throw a point on there. Yeah, I can see it getting confusing. Let me see here. You know what, I'm gonna just go to examples and just see. Oh, perfect. We see you can add a cat to a map. That's
actually, it's not even really in that documentation.
well, we can animate a point. Was that the one you used? It has a free.
You have to create a layer.
You went through all of these and none of them had it?
Yeah, so
That's pretty nuts.
I posted the code in Slack.
That's really great. Thank you, man. I'm just curious, like they really didn't have. That's like the most basic example. But they gave a lot of examples, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we'd have to geocode it, but it's like we can make a line, display a pop-up on click. Wow, we can make a point move. This is Fernando's like daily jog. He just just flies over to Africa and just runs around Africa real quick. Comes back to class. It's like, where's my Uber driver? Africa, just flying around. Cool. Let's see. I'm gonna grab yours. Great. Call this a Nick example. It's a lot of code to put that one point on there. Okay, so let's take a look at what you did. This is the base stuff, right?
Yeah, first you have to make the map.
Yeah. So I got the map right here.
And once you have the map, then you have to do map that on it, which is side
Oh, okay, you could. So Alan, you could put starting positions over here. So we'll do that. So we have to make a geocoder? I'm not going to do that part. We'll see what happens. I'll just copy this part. Right here, so you made a layer.
Yeah, so I used a different API to get
The geocoordination?
the geocoordinates.
Got it. Okay.
Because I didn't know that mapbox had one. And so I wrote my own function.
That's good. All good. Thanks for doing heavy lifting. Okay, so let's take a look right here, see if this adds the point. If it does, then we'll go over it. Okay, it doesn't. All right, so let me go back. Oh, well, I don't have coordinates, so that's probably the main issue.
Yeah, so but you could just put it's like an array with like two things. You just put any random platform.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is just grab yours. So I'm going to just put a debugger right there, open up, trigger the breakpoint. There we go. This is all you have to do, right? Okay, so I'll just throw that in there. Perfect. So let's try this again. All right, cool. So we got our points on here. And let's see if we can zoom in onto this location. Okay, so let's see, that's the next part right here. And if I can zoom in, then we'll start really going into it. So I'm assuming we have to do that over here when we establish the map. So let me take a look. Yeah, I know, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, perfect, we can put center. Center and zoom too. Okay, cool. So let me put that in there.
My zoom's up to
14, okay, I'll do that. Well, I started 0, 0, so yeah, I need like a real coordinate. So you're right. Set that as the, put that above. Put chords right here. Okay, then refresh this. Okay, I think I'm gonna just do, let's do 10. See what happens, because I want to see. All right, cool. So we got our point on there. And now let me see if I can get another point on there as well. Would I do another map.onload, Nick? Is that how you would do it? Or would you just add another source and layer? Just copy this stuff. I'm gonna just try this, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, where it says add layer, you can just put a comment.
Okay, let's do that. So we'll put Daly City. I spelled Daly City wrong, but Daly City address of City Hall. What was this? All right, there we go. And then I'll find geocoordinate, geocode an address. Not there. Geocode an address. So what geocoding means is takes an address, turns into latitude, longitude coordinates. And something I'll talk about later on is specializing after you do this class. because this class is okay. It's pretty good, but if you want a job in the Bay Area, you have to really specialize in something. There's something called GIS. Has anyone ever heard of it? It's called Geographic Information Systems. And so if you focus in on GIS, there's a lot of jobs, and there's a lot of government jobs with pensions and stuff that pay really high because there's just a lack of people who want to do that. Okay, let's put this in. Street, Daly City, California. Fine. Cool, so I got the latitude, longitude coordinates. Let's see if I can add these in. And we'll make this one green or black. Let's see if that worked. Did not work. Okay, so let me try this again. Possibly, but let's just, what I'm going to do is just throw this inside, copy this line, see if I can right here. Okay, interesting. Any ideas, Nick?
Well, you have to upload a geoset. Like there's a tutorial on how to upload like a geoset, which is any more than 1 point, I guess.
So you can't just like add 2 points and.
Well, I've never actually really tried it, but first point out, the second point.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, you're right. We should just try just doing this, just seeing if we get. Yeah, we see it now. So that did work. But then when we did 2, it just didn't work. It's possible that, let's take a look at the documentation now.
Does it matter that both the IDs are the same name?
That's a good point too. Let's see. Where do you see the ID? You're right. So let's try 0.2. Just, I mean, I'm not even reading this stuff, so. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's go to the documentation now. Okay, display buildings, animate a line, animate a point. I'm just going through the left, looking for. Okay. Having a hard time finding it here. So what I'm going to do is look through, add point to map. It's not here. So let me look up on Stack Overflow. Add points to mapbox. adding custom points to Mapbox Studio, how to add millions of points, add some basic markers, adding a list of
It's a GeoJSON source.
GeoJSON source.
Yeah, so I'll put it in the general in the Slack general forum inside.
It says it right there too.
It's instead of one coordinate, you just have to put, I guess.
This is the Android. That was Android, yeah. So let me go over here. GeoJSON.
Yeah.
Oh, draw GeoJSON lot points. Okay, here we go. Okay, it looks like they were able to add 2 points to it at San Francisco and DC. So let me take a look at this example right here. Okay, interesting. So I'll just copy this example and we'll modify it to get it to do what we want. Okay, so I'll do another one right here. GeoJSON. Yep. Yeah, it's recording. Pause, stop recording. It's recording. Okay, so I just copied and pasted this. I'm going to do Command P HTML. What's this? Command Shift P HTML pretty. Just formats it automatically for me. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Exactly what we want. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so I'll copy. I'll do San Francisco chords, and we'll do another one over here with Oakland. No, wait, Daly City. Put that right here. All good, and then I'll just copy these. Put that over here. Put that as a center. And let's put this as the first set. And then this as the second one right here. Take a look right now. Okay, hard to see. Let's increase the zoom. To 10. Cool. So now we see, yeah, we just got to change that up to title. We'll call this San Francisco. And we'll call this Daly City. Refresh. Cool. And let's see if I can actually add one to this example instead of just modifying it. And this is generally how I work with APIs. I try to get an example and then try to just modify that to what I need. And if that doesn't work, then try to find another API. Because if examples don't work, that's not good. Just gonna have a hard time using it. So let me just keep this here. I'm gonna go back to my original example and delete the Daly City thing because it didn't work. This worked, but let's keep it this. All right, so now let's add in one more layer. And we'll choose a different icon. Okay, so over here, we see a data key. We see this object. And it looks like this object is what is putting the points on there. And then we have this features. So I think each feature is a coordinate, right, on the map. So over here, this object right here is San Francisco. This object is Daly City. Well, let's make another one for Oakland. Right here. Looks horrible. Better. All right, so now we'll just do Oakland. And var Oakland chords. Oakland City, what's it called? City Hall. Address. Wonder if geocode this. Do a Google. Damn it. Let's see. Geocoding, geocode address. Perfect. Did it do it? I guess this is the geo coordinates of it? No, it can't be. It's wrong. That is? Okay. Okay, cool. So let's go over here. There's no way. I mean, that's
not just pulling the last parts of it. First one is the latitude. You see it?
Wait, this? No, but that's not the latitude. This is 41. That's way off from this. This should be negative. Like Oakland's not that far away from San Francisco. Yeah, I think this is off. No, there's no way it's like that far off.
Should be in the Google map.
What is it? I mean, I just used one. The same. I'll go to the same one I did. I just wanted something like a little bit easier, but perfect. Okay, so longitude and then latitude. Like you see, it can't be that off from San Francisco and Daly City. Like the other one was like 40, which would have been, I don't know where that would be. Okay, so let's change the icon too. Let's see what mapbox icons give us. Mapbox icon options. Maki. Is that actually? That's actually it. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so which one do we use for San Francisco? What is this thing? That looks like a drone, right? Who owns the bridge? It's us, right? Bridge -11. Okay. Let's do bridge for San Francisco. See if that works. Okay, I think it's bridge -11. Okay, that did not work. I put 2 Daly cities. Yeah, I got to change this to Oakland. There we go. That's better.
Also, you can hardware
Uh, yes, yeah, I got to change that. I'm just looking for, I saw the options, but not sure why. It's pretty weird. This just is a bunch of icons. I guess this isn't it.
Saying that downloads the
Yeah, but like I think it's via the API. Let me just close out of these and go over here. Let's search. Add a generated icon, add an icon to the map, add custom icons with markers. Okay, here we go. That's pretty cool. You could just load an image and throw it on there too. This is how you put a custom image on there. So Alan, you might want to put a surfboard on yours. Wrong chat. They love cats. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought Bridge would do it, but it's Oakland. I'm gonna just try a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna do the the geocoding, so that way you can put an address in, and then throw it right onto the map, and then we'll store those addresses in Firebase, so that way we can, when the map loads, it just displays all the points that anyone has ever done. Okay, so mapbox icon list for features. Oh, here we go. Mapbox GL available icons. Let's see here. Looks like they didn't really put that in their documentation. And looks like they just said, just look inside this list. All right. Well, let's see. Aquarium. Let me see if that works. Oakland's, it's famous for their aquariums. Yeah. Let's see if that works. All right, cool. That did work. Cool. So you can get all their icons from here. So let me put that over here. It's something that makes sense. What is Oakland known for? What is it? Oh, the Raiders. Oh, so football. Sports, football, ball, warrior. Oh yeah, they had like a pirate. What is it? No, wait, they had a pirate. The the skulls, poison, the crossbones. Remember, you saw that, right? We'll put a volcano. Perfect. And be done with it. Perfect. All right. So now what I'll do is, let's make this map not so big. So with 50%, change that up. Great. So on the right side of the page, we're going to put a form, and then I will, we're going to add that to the, that's the goal now, right? So we'll put a form, they'll type in an address, and then we'll take that address, we'll geocode it, and then add it to the map. That's the goal right now. So let's make that form tag. And you know what, I'll just copy the form that we just wrote earlier. Speed this up. And then I'll grab this, speed it up even more. I need jQuery, so I'll copy it. Great. And instead of making a paragraph tag, I don't need their age, I just need what is the address you would like to add to the map. I'm going to style this the same way with 100%. I'll just put alert high for the time being. And I don't see anything because the forms, see the forms like over there? Forms like starts over here, but you can't see it. So what we will do is, maybe if I do float right, do it. That didn't do it. Let me put the form in. Yeah, so I could do that. Just want to avoid using absolute positioning. So I'll throw the form inside this div. Throw both these divs inside of there. This form. And then I will float both these. I'll do hashtag map, comma, hashtag form, float left. See if they stack up next to each other. See if that works. And now the form's gone. Yeah, you're right. That's probably better. The form's over there. So let's make this smaller. Let's see if I can take the float off. Make the width there we go, float right. Float the form right. Give it a fixed width. Oh wait, I did left, not right. Right. And I might just be able to give it 100%. Not sure. No, that didn't work. I think I gave the, let me give the input. Let's see if that, what that does. 50% did it. There we go. And I think I could throw in some padding, 50 pixels all around it. That looks horrible. Some margin. Terrible. We'll leave it the way it does. Yeah, I'm done with it. It's not happening. All right, so we have this. Let's see if the form works. Hi. Okay, cool. So now let's see if I can alert the address. So I will call this address var address. And then we'll address right here. And if that works, then we'll just use the geocoding API. Perfect. So I went over here. I saw geocoding. So geocoding is just taking the address and then converting it to latitude longitude coordinates. So let's say do this, and hopefully it works. Reverse coding. That's probably taking the latitude longitude and getting the address. Interesting. Okay, so let's see if they have an example of this working. It should just be like a URL that we hit with an query. Yeah, I'm looking for a URL to hit. Okay, here we go. So for geocoding converts location text into coordinates. So it would take this address and convert it to this. This is exactly what we want. And I do that. Region, place, neighborhood, forward. Okay, so this is the endpoint. Here, let's go to that playground. And let's type in, what is this? Put in, what is this location here? 10 Main Street, San Francisco. I don't know if this is going to work because that did nothing. Oh, right here. Okay, interesting. All right, that didn't really do what I wanted. Ah, cool, perfect. So you guys see curl? That's something you could throw in your terminal. I'm gonna do this later with when we get into back end, but let me just see if it's my terminal. Cool. So it looks like that. Let me just copy this into. Okay, so let's put this right in. So that gave me this right here. So what did the URL have? Lossless. Interesting. Let's change that to the UC Berkeley extension address. That's not right, but whatever. So we'll go over here, paste that URL in. We'll customize it with that address. Just kind of taking a guess. %20 is a space. So let's put %20s in between here. See if this works. I mean, this probably won't work. And did it work though? I think it did work. That's awesome. Cool. So looks like we just make an API call. Wait, can someone just confirm that that worked? there was a geocode. Let's see here. Let's see, geocode, code, and address. So I'll just take that, find the one that I did before. All right, cool. So let's copy address again. Nope, nope. Okay, it says 37.87, negative 122. So let's see, is that what we get? Yeah, we do. So that was work. That did work. Good. That was pretty simple. I mean, I think with all this stuff, it's all about just Googling and trying things out, right? And looking on Stack Overflow, looking at the documentation, and just like kind of not worrying about not getting it, right? You're just trying things out. That's all. Okay, so we got that. And let me go to, what was it? This example. So I'm going to make, let's see. So let's see how do I deal with this? So what I have to do is I'm going to put all of this stuff at the file. And I'm going to dynamically, every time that form is submitted, I'm going to run line 76 through 128. That's what I'm going to do. Every time that form is submitted, I'm going to run lines 76 to 128. So to do that, I'm going to cut all of this stuff right here, throw it inside of this. We can separate this out into functions later on. I'm just trying things out. Okay. So what we have to do here is kind of dynamically generate each of these objects, right? This object right here, I need to dynamically generate this per them submitting this form. So let me copy, I'm going to copy this right here. Put this right here. Perfect. All right, this is what I want the object to look like, this right here. All right, so we have to take this address, and we're going to have to do an AJAX call to this URL right. So we have to dynamically create this URL, which has all the data for the latitude, longitude coordinates, and then we're going to use that to create an object right here, right? And then we're going to create an array of these objects and remake the map. So let me take this address, and what I need to do with this address is take the spaces and replace them with %. So address dot replace, and over here what this does, let me try it first before I say it. All right, so let's say I have word equals hello there. And let me just make that hello there. I don't know why. That sounds so stupid. All right, so over here, this should be a global replace. Perfect. So what this does is it finds all the spaces here globally. That's the G. So this is a regular expression, and it's going to replace that with %20 right here. So I've got, I'll copy this over. So that way we can say notes. Okay, so right here, we'll take address equal address dot replace. I wonder if Word, actually, no, it didn't. So I need to actually do address equals address dot replace. Perfect. And then I got to make rel dynamically, var URL. And I need to take this part right here. And I need to put the address right in, right there. Put the address in right there. And now I need to do an AJAX call to this URL. I need to do an AJAX call to this URL. So $sign dot AJAX. And we'll do Justin URL. What do I put inside the $sign dot AJAX? URL, the curly brackets, URL colon, URL, just so you see the difference, comma, and then method colon, what do I put? Excellent, right? This is, you don't need this here, but it's good to just get into the habit of it. And then over here, I'll do dot then, or is it dot done? I forget. Done, right? Then, okay. Function response. And over here, what I'll do is we'll just log the response for now, see if this works. Here, the map doesn't work right now, but so what's wrong with line 82? Oh, this thing. Just comment this out. San Francisco coordinates there. What's wrong with that? Where is that? Yeah, so let me just take this stuff, put it at the very top. Because I'm using San Francisco coordinates right here, and it can't find it. So now it should be able to find it. Cool. Now let's see, we'll put an address, so give me an address. 120 Main Street, Oakland. And looks like, got it. Okay. What I just realized is I don't know what to look for. So let me look inside here. I think the center, when we tested this one out, this was, no, this was Los Angeles. Okay, that makes sense. When I tested this out, the center is correct. How do I get to the center from here? I have to do dot features. Dot center, but it's pointing to a red. So dot features bracket 0 dot center. Let's try that. Where are we? Dot features bracket 0 dot. We'll just do features bracket 0 center and see what happens. Okay, where's my thing? Right here, refresh. And 10 Main Street, Oakland, California, submit. Cool, so we got the geo coordinates. right here. So now we just have to create that object. So we'll call this var geocodes. And now I need to generate an object right here. And this is what we're going to put into that layer, right? That layer. Okay, so right here, just put geocodes. And title can be whatever address we had previously. It would be cool if we had a list of icons for those, but for now, I'll just stick with monument. Like I can make a town select for them to choose what icon they want. Actually, you know what? I'll do that now because that's a pretty cool feature. So let me find. Go link right here. Okay, so it looks like these are all the files. So I'll just copy all these files. Go over here. I'm gonna not go in this one. Go back to here. All right, so let's change this up so we can have a drop down. So make this really, I have to make it really small for this to work. So it looks like 3, wait, what's up? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, so yeah, yeah, this is a text file. So basically, what I want is a list of all these words: airfield, alcohol, right? So I can make a select drop down with it. Yeah, that's why I want it. So, but to get that, I kind of yeah. So I'm gonna go .svg and select all the .svgs. I know it looks pointless, but there's a point to it. Okay, so I'll delete. So over here, go left, Options, Shift. Okay, as far as I can go. I feel like I could have done this better. Damn it. Okay, I got to do this again. Damn it. I delete like everything, I need to delete like the entire line. Hmm? What do you mean cut?
You could like Option and Shift and then just cut on file.
Oh, you're right. That's smarter. That's a lot smarter. Option Shift left, X, Command A, Command V. Awesome. All right, cool. So now I need to, damn it, put commas next to each one. Or you know what I can do? I can go over here, Google Sheets. It's all about optimization. All right, so I'll paste this in as a column. Perfect. And now let's see if I can remove the duplicates. I know there's a way of doing that right here. Literally a tool for this. Filter. Where do you see filter? We'll create a in data, create filter. Let's see right here. Here, I'm going to just look it up. Google Sheet, remove duplicates. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, I could do that. Equals unique. equals unique A1. Perfect. And then right click on the right side. Nah, that was stupid. Right click A1 colon. What was the last one? Did that do it? Yeah, it did it right there. Cool. All right, so I just typed in this formula. And now I'm gonna just select this list right here, right click, where's this? There should be a still copy. Wait, that's Excel. Excel and this is like, they're kind of similar, but different, which is annoying. All right, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I need to make options for all of these inside of a select. Ugh, how do I do this? All right, so no, I'm not doing it. All right, so right here, copy this. Wait, what the hell? Why didn't that copy? That didn't do it. This is so annoying. Oh man, I'll make a new sheet. For whatever reason, I'm not doing it from this sheet. Perfect. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna make a drop down. So I'm gonna select drop down W3 schools. I forget how to like write this perfectly. All right, so I need to put this. So I'm basically making this drop down with the Google Sheet to make my life easier. So here, cool. And then I just need to click in the right corner or the right button, so just see how it's making all the options for me. And then I just need to do equal E1 slash. Cool. So now I have this drop down. I can add that to my page. Oh, it has a space in it. That sucks. Oh well. See if I can. What's up?
Create the same stuff with this drop down with JavaScript, just passing all these words and using JavaScript to do it.
Yeah, you can. The one thing is I would still have to put this into an array, right? And so the one issue I was dealing with was over here. See, I had all these things right here. So if let's say I wanted to do that, it's the same deal. I would go over here, and I would put a comma, and then copy this over, and then I would do. Well, I have to put quotes around it. So I'll put a quote right here. There's still like some like manual labor work that I want to kind of avoid. So over here, I would do this. I wanted to do that. So over here, I still have to remove these. So which is a little annoying, but I'll just do this right here. I'm holding down Command J or Control J's. So then you could just wrap this inside of an array right here. Or you can fix this up if you want to do that. I'll put that array over here too.
Are you going to do this as basically set up like an icon for each
Oh, we could do that, or I'm going to have them choose the icon in the drop down. Yeah. So let's take a look at the form right now. What is this? Yeah, so they could choose their icon. So let's just put that down over here. Choose your icon for your coordinate. I'll give this an ID of icon. Var icon equals #.val. Perfect. So now I can have customize the icon also for their coordinate. And right here I had the geo coordinates, I had the address, and over here it's going to be the icon. And then I'm going to take the map. I'm going to cut those out and just comment it out on the bottom. And over different features, we're going to put this object that we made here and see if that works. All right, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, Main Street, Oakland, and we'll do a bakery. Submit. Looks like that did not work. Okay, see what happened. Throw a debugger right here. Hit it again. Refresh. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so let's put an address that I know is there. So Oakland Bakery. Here we go. Bakery. Submit. Okay, we got right here to the breakpoint. And let me see, let the object pull this up into it, make this bigger. So we stopped on line 181, so we should have access to the object right here. So I'll hit object. So it has the geo coordinates in it. And it has the title, which looks horrible, it has icon, but looks like it's fine. And then it's just running the map. Looks fine. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like this part didn't work. Nick, any ideas? No? Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do over here is go to the original. Maybe if I do what we did originally. All right, so I'll do I'm going to take this map, throw it at the top, and like where I'm putting it. See if the map comes back with the coordinates. It does. Good. All right, so now maybe if I just add a layer.
Well, why don't you just maintain an array of types? And if the array is called features, and you would just, every time you have a new point, you would just generate a new object.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So I'll throw this into an array, var features, and then do features right here, and just see if this works for now. And then, okay, cool. That still works. So I'll push that object into that array, like you said. That's a good idea. Features dot push object. Still works, good. And now let's see if I can get that address, that bakery in there. Okay, looks like it did not go in. Let's try another one. I'll try, what's over here? How do I spell that? Nevada, like that? Nevada City Hall.
San Bernardino High School.
What is it?
San Bernardino, SAN space MARI High School.
God damn it.
No, it's Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
I'm gonna just put this. Rogers went to. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, Alex Smith is good. He's just not that good. Like he has the lowest interception rate, like out there. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't take risks. Okay, for whatever reason this isn't working right now, let me send you what I have and try to work on it. Give you guys some time to take a look at the code. Okay, let me write this down. I think it is, but you can look at it right now. I'm gonna give it to you all, you guys, to play around with. 04 form mapbox example. Yeah, totally. You can take a break. I'm sending the file that I just sent. If you want to help me fix this, that'd be great. Once we get this fixed, we'll integrate Firebase. We'll integrate Firebase into it. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually working with Sublime,
Mhm.
and I'm working with visual code.
Whatever you're comfortable, whatever you're comfortable with, it's fine. I mean, I like to use Sublime.
Okay. I don't know. So it's actually you as a teacher.
You could use whatever you could use whatever you,
right
whatever
now
you're
it's-
faster with. It's fine.
Right now everything is HTML, so everything not cut JS code separately. So
Yeah, I'm just doing a review right now. Like I'm
okay.
just this isn't part of the curriculum. This
So
this stuff
right
right
now,
here.
so we are no, it's okay. So we are doing something like this project 7, for example.
Mhm.
So assets, indexing.
That's the right way of doing it. Absolutely.
This is
Mhm.
this is good. So I'm doing, so it's I don't know, do something like one, trying to do as small as possible.
That looks good. Yeah.
I don't know this one. Is it?
No, this is good.
Okay,
That's
okay.
great. That's excellent.
And I already finished my project.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex already told me. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
and
So they're
I
having their
don't know.
presentations on Tuesday.
I will be in a presentation. What should I do?
Oh, no,
Just present.
they're not really presenting. I mean, we're gonna have it's gonna be science fair style. So we'll have 3 or 4 students,
Okay.
and then people will walk around with their code. You know?
Okay.
So it'll be like that.
Okay. So because I own code.
Yeah, you could show whatever you want. You could show
okay.
your first project that you already
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're fine. Next Thursday is when we start new.
Thursday. Okay.
Thursday, yeah. And the next project you'll be in a group.
Yes, I will be in a group.
Mhm.
Also, you have tests during the class, during the class.
I give quizzes every now and
Quiz-
then.
ah,
Yeah,
okay.
you'll have those.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
No
Thank
problem. Yeah. Ebony. Okay, so I got the math stuff done. Right after I figure this part out, I'll
I
get the
feel like I
Firebase.
can keep it. I
Mhm.
feel like I can keep it because I'm gonna hook Firebase up to my yield request instead of the map. Because that would just make more sense for me.
Mhm.
And then like my map app basically being sorry, 1 second. I know I was running 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so I got it to return like a restaurant.
Excellent.
And it gives me the coordinates and everything, so I can easily like put at least one onto the map for working like a functioning demo. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
So, and I was just gonna hook the Firebase up, the database up to this all,
Yeah, that sounds great.
and store all of these.
Great use case.
Okay. What I'm afraid of is because my team is kind of, some of us are here, some of us aren't.
No, I totally understand. Yeah. So what you can do,
Functioning like
so what you can do is for this, I wouldn't worry about functional thing. Just showing people like how you got this to work is good enough. But I mean, obviously try your best to get it working. But I mean, the work you put in here is pretty good. So I wouldn't sweat anything. But what you can do is you could do if you want to throw it into Firebase. I mean, you could add, right? Make child things in there, or you could just do JSON.stringify the object, right? It's going to turn into a string. The string right into Firebase, and then when you want to take it out, just do JSON.parse, right? Whatever the string is, and it'll turn it back into an object. So you can add it if you want to, just to make it very simple.
And what was going on? Well, what I got is not exactly what we mocked up.
Mhm.
So the plan was to have a first part here.
Got it.
And whatever value you input, it's gonna return that on the next page within
Mhm.
that. But I don't really have that to work with right now.
That's okay. I mean, you have until Tuesday to kind of, which is a while, right? I mean, what is today? Today's Thursday, so we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then the database. Now with this, I'm confident that you can get something working, and even let's just say you have too busy being working. I mean, you could demonstrate the API and how you got it working, and the front end and the wireframe, right? But you have some time to get that working. But for now, I mean, I think good if you can get it to if you can save it into Firebase, I think that's a pretty good demonstration. Yeah, cool. Good work. And it's not formal presentations. We're just gonna hang out and look at each other's project. That's
Do we
it.
have to do?
No. You got it. I waste all my time fixing that array for no reason. Hey.
I have not been able to fix.
Okay, let's try to figure out. Let me just print
Sure.
this object quick. See if this works on page load, then I know I did everything I possibly right. And then it does work. It's gross, but it works. Okay, so let's comment this line out. One more thing before I forget. Using formatted?
Yes. No.
No?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Let's see what's going on.
So with our project, the ultimate goal we're trying to get to is the point is you're making like a meal plan for like a meal plan. So you start at the beginning. You put a name in of the list you want. You start your meal plan. You say what is your calorie goals? You put that goal in, and then you foods, and then you can start creating your list, and then and ultimately save your list.
Mhm.
The thing that we really are trying to accomplish is having it so that when you then save the list name, we're figuring out either doing the front or at the end here. Once you're done saving the list, that you'll have lists that you can come back to and visit that you created. The only problem is we're having extreme difficulty on how to do that
With Firebase?
Firebase, and so the closest
Here, let me show you real quick.
Okay.
So over here, let's say you have right here, and I would call this name : let's say list name, right? And then this would be their list name, right? Breakfast. And then this would be a list of the meals, right? So describe to me what they,
So like
so let's say, describe to me what they would see.
ideally, if they go to that last page, they can see like here's like the meal plan I made for Sunday for like
Oh, so it'll be
for
like
every-
five,
every-
it'll be 5 meals for 3 meals.
or just like every food I'm consuming on Sunday.
Okay, so every food, right? All the foods.
Yeah.
Colon over here. Let's say, Anna. I spelled that. I'll just do it because I know how to spell that. Pear, bread. Right. So I'll just do that for now. So this makes sense?
Yeah, your list name.
Is there anything else
The
that I'm
foods,
missing?
Yeah, exactly. Your goal. So you like your calorie goal, and then how much like the goal you set, and then how much all those foods actually equal.
Okay, so then over here, calorie goal. And then over here is like, let's say 1,500. Right, this is max calories. Maybe you could say max calories.
Yeah.
And then over here is like calorie consumption, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we did I've been doing in Firebase is I've been pushing something that creates a list that like it gives you a list name, and then variables are essentially, other than the array, because I can't in the field to push the array that are blank, and I'm trying to update the children of like the children of that, and then just haven't been able to. I don't know if that's the approach.
Oh, so wait, let's think about this for a moment. So are you saying that you're pushing it up and then you want to like update it?
Yeah, then I push it in, I acquire the key, and then I want to then update it using that key.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know if that's the right approach.
No, yeah, that's an approach right there. The ease of doing it. What I would do is just make it work for one person. That's it. Make this entire thing one person only for the time being. Right. And then you can fix that later. So what you can do is, we had like in Firebase, we had a way of doing it.
So you're essentially saying just be able to one list.
One list for one person. That's it. So over here we did database.ref.set. So it would be something like that. So we would do database.ref.set, and then just throw the object in there, right? Throw the object in there. Then, good night. Take care. Bye, Ebony. And then over here, let's see. This one on value. So here, and then let's say we want to get the snapshot. So if we want, let's say this is how we set. How we set the value in Firebase, right? Now let's see. I can actually make this even easier. Let's see. That's an object, right? Because you have a few lists, right? You might have like 5 lists, not just okay.
Exactly.
So
you could
let's
have like say like if you wanted one for every day of the week or something like that.
got it. So let's say var lists, right? Put this inside of an array, and I'll just put 2. I'll just copy this. Right here. So we have lists. And then what I would do right here is because like I think you have to put an object in there. So just kind of make a dummy object.
Okay.
And over here, that's how we update it. And to get the value, to get the data from Firebase, we would do Carol, good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. Database.ref.on value. Data.val. And this should be the entire object. right? So let's say we have user data, right? Do user data equals this. User data dots lists. So this will get the data, right? And then right here, this will set the data in the database,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
so just like grab it and then grab it, put it in your variable, and then you want to make modifications to it, just like delete the entire thing and put it in there and make it work for one person at a time. Just make it easier.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you get this working for one person,
I
and
feel
you
like
have,
I feel like we have a version of it working for one person right now.
oh, you do? Okay.
I mean, 'cause, like this is what we have. So we have to change a few things around, but you put the listener in here. And then, like, say you put in the food.
So let me get this working for two people then. So let's see, Firebase continued.
But right now I'm just using I'm using snapshot and I'm using just like update, and so it's just keeping it on the page.
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
like creating
So
an.
what I would do is do dot push like this.
Okay.
So push that object in there, right? The issue here,
That's what we are doing.
That's what you are doing.
So yeah, so look here. The one I just made.
Yeah. So if you want to update a child,
I've been looking all over how to do that.
what I would imagine is it's probably like this. Take a look. You would have to do right. So slash the ID. The ID goes here. Dot set. It's going to be something like this. And this is going to be whatever your object is. You're going to do data ref dot ref. You're going to put the ID in here right here, and you do dot set. So the hard part is like getting that ID, right? So the way you have to get that ID is kind of like get the data.
So variable, it's an ID because like right now we have this variable res equals dot push, and this is our. So that's that's the object I have right now.
Okay. Ref dot push. So that's how you put. You see right now you don't know what the ID is when you push it.
Right,
And it's only when you get it that
yeah,
you have the ID.
So we're console logging it, and that's how we know it. So then that's what we know how it is. Then I don't know how to then get the idea. I don't know how to get the ID.
Yeah, so that I don't know it off the top of my head,
Okay.
but it's probably on database dot. Let me just select this here before I forget.
Well, because then if I ID, can I just put it in
Yeah,
here?
exactly. That's all you do.
But not. I don't need to use set. I can do update for every. Because they're all gonna have. They're not gonna happen together. They're gonna have you're gonna set your goal first, and then you're gonna keep adding. So it's not like you can set them all at once. So it makes more sense to have update and for every update, right?
Oh, I see. Are you updating it like as they do it?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a little too much. I would only add it once they have a thing. Do you see what I mean? Like add as long as they add one food, their calorie goal, right? Then I would add that in. And as they add foods in, then I would update.
But isn't it kind of important to if they leave the page, come back, that their goal is still there and stuff like that?
I mean, that's a good point too. I guess either way, you still have to kind of maintain that key.
Okay.
So what I just said would work, but you just need that key, and I think you would get it. Let me see here if they have anything. It might be in ref.onChildAdded. You might be in snapshot. You might be able to get the key here.
Okay.
I put this in the chat. You might be able to get it there. Work on it a little bit, and then hang out with Kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been trying to help me, but
He has?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Try your best, and I'll help
Okay.
you after class also.
Okay.
I'll see where you're at. We'll get it working.
Okay.
All right, guys. Were you guys able to get working? Hey. Fernando, Sandy, did you guys try it? Okay, I didn't try it. Okay, so let's see. Well, what I did do though, what I did do is I tested whether it was correct or not, and it was correct the way I formatted it. So I copied and pasted what the object looked like right here. It did work before. Oh, yeah, right here. See, it added it if I put it right here. But then when I dynamically add it, it do it. So let's see here. A reload mapbox. Map.update maybe? Let's see here. Like that? Okay, so let's see if this works. Go back over here. I'm actually going to change this a little bit. Wait, yeah, original address. I'm going to use the original address for the title instead of the formatted address because the format has %20. So now let's try it. And let's put something bakery again. So I have that bakery right here. Choose a bakery, submit. And map.update does not work. Damn it. Okay. Is map.update supposed to? Let's see. True. Maybe I have to put true in there. Let's see if it updated. Maybe it took a while. No, it didn't work. So let's do map.update true. Still didn't do it. Open the console. Map.update is not a function. Interesting. Yeah, I have the right here. Oh, guys, sorry. I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, it's our worries. Looks like that map thing did not. Let me just do a debugger right here. Refresh the page. Wait, that was a school. Submit. All right, cool. So it looks like it got pushed into the array. That's good. Map.update. I can actually try it right here. Interesting. It says map.update is not a function. Let's see if map even exists. It does. So I think that's wrong, whatever this is. So let's go look. I'll keep that there for the time being. Map not updating when features get updated. There we go. Okay, I'm in tools. I'm going to search in the last year because I don't want things from 15. Refresh layer. Okay, see if any of this works. Okay, lots of code. Don't find anything. Interesting, I could add a layer. That's a layer though. Click. Yeah, so you guys know what I'm trying to do, right? I'm just putting this on the map. Like, just take this address right here, and then just add it to the map, yeah. So I actually have the, if I take this off, and I put it right here. On page load, it would put it on the map, right? But that's on page load. I want this to happen like when the form gets submitted.
Right.
Yeah, so that's like the main issue that I'm having right now. Yeah, it's not adding it to the features. So what I could do is maybe do all of this. I'll try this again.
After onload in an anonymous function that you just call. You know, once you.
Yeah, I tried.
Every time you add to the.
Yeah, I tried that earlier. It did not work. So let me try that again. Where I put, I'm just putting the map.onload inside of back's call right here. So the map won't really have anything until I add that. So let's put that school in. So that's school 15. Whatever's that map.onload thing wants to be outside of a function. It wants to be, yeah. It just wasn't when I put it in the Ajax call. Like it wants to be outside on its own.
Well, like what I'm trying to say is if
Mhm.
you grab that in another function. And every time you push to the array, you call that.
Yeah, it's pretty weird because like, why would it?
You make it an if immediately invoke function. Or I guess I don't know if that would work. But recall.
Yeah, well, I can just execute the map load function right here, and then over here, let's try it again, right? I just push the object right into features, and we'll run that map load function. So on page load, okay, it works. That's good. And then add that. Where's that thing? Try this now. Yeah, it's just not loading. Map running that again does not work, which is annoying. So let me figure this out. Add layer. It might be that once you add a layer, you can't. Maybe I just have to add a brand new layer. So let's try add a brand new layer.
It'd be like essentially like an empty layer.
It would be a layer. It would just be like it would just be a layer with one inside, and we'll just see if that works right now. So let's try that. Let's cut this title again. Yeah, let's see. Layer with ID points. All right, so let's change that to something else. Points to. Interesting. There we go. Math.random. All right, so let's copy this over again. Try it. I got to do this inside the mapbox thing, inside the, there we go. So each time we do it, it's going to generate a random number points thing. Okay, here we go. Submit. Ah, there we go. We got it. Awesome. So it was just adding a new layer. So we can only, once we add a layer, it's done, apparently, which is fucking stupid. All right, so I'm not going to throw this into a function because it's just, it's confusing because if I throw into a function, it means like we can call it over and over again, but we can't, like once we call it, we can't really do anything with it. So I'm just going to throw it right here. And let's see, we can make this a little bit better. I can customize this title. We can customize this title now. So in the form, I will take a title. Let's copy this or call this title. What title would you like for your point? We'll grab that form. And then the object that we create, we'll put title right there. And that way, look a little bit nicer. So let's see, we'll say bakery. No, it's Was it Julian? Who was it? Julian Edelman?
No, spouse for Jared in school.
Oh. Jared Goff's high school. And 15, take this address again. Right here, select school. That's awesome. Is that a school? It's a rental. Okay. All right, great. But now if I refresh the page, that's gone, right? So now it's all about adding this to Firebase, right? So let's connect this to, here, let me just Slack this guys to go over, and then I'll add it to Firebase. Let me send this over, you guys. This is working good.
You're gonna say all this code, send it out, and did it, right?
Yeah. Mhm. It's also recording. All right, so now I just sent out the file. Can you guys just download, run it on your browser? Integrating this to Firebase is going to be a pain a little bit. So let me go to Firebase. Go to the console. So let's go to Sublime Text. Previous Firebase example. Huh. All right, here we go. I have to include Firebase. And I need to include my Firebase code. All right, so looks like I connected to Firebase, my Firebase right here. And now what I need to do is push this into Firebase. If I can do that, then almost there. So data.ref.push ob, right? That object that I created, this one right here, I'm pushing it to Firebase. And let's see if it works. It works. Delete this. I should just click the X right here. Perfect.
Would you want to specify a path of points to the ref? The features?
You mean set up? It doesn't matter, right? Because I'm store all my points here, unless I'm going to be using this for tons of other stuff. Yeah. So you mean like slides? You could do that, but
Yeah, I don't even think you need the slash.
yeah, you just do points here. But like, I mean, I'm just going to use this for points. So I don't need it, unless I was going to store some other stuff too. Then it would be necessary. You know what? We'll just do that because chances are you're probably going to store some other stuff. Okay, so refresh this page. Let's see if we say no errors. Perfect. Okay, so let's get that school again. Jared Goff's high school, school, knit. All right, so we have it right here. The entire thing. Cool, perfect. So we were able to save the point, but now it's all about, can I load it? Can I load it on the page when the page loads? Because right now, if I refresh the page, that's gone, right? So now I need to hit Firebase to get and put it onto the map. So that's, it's gonna be fun. All right, so let's see, child added. So it might just be this simple, hopefully. Okay, so over here, it's on child added. So I'm going to copy this line from my previous code. So right here, points. I have to put points in because that's the key that I'm looking inside. That's where I saved it. And what I'll do right now is I'll just do console log child snapshot.val and refresh the page, go into my terminal. Looks like I have it. Looks like we're almost there. Okay, so now what I need to do is layer for each one. Actually, this might be pretty straightforward. There we go, page load. It pulls in that right there. So let's add in Jersey Pizza, San Francisco. It's a pretty good pizza place. It's a really good pizza place. You guys should go. Or we should get pizza from there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Jersey Pizza. Pizza sign. Pizza? No, they don't. Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. Food? There we go, food. Perfect. Submit. All right, cool. So we have pizza right there. The icon's not really there, though. Weird. Oh, well. Let's see if it's saved in Firebase. It did. So if we load the page, we should see two. Jared Goff. Jersey Pizza, if we zoom in a little bit. Perfect. So it looks like we're able to pull up all the points up again. Okay. Let me send you guys this file. I know, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'll send you all the code again, like all the class code. Trash. Okay. What's the date today? 2/14/19. Yeah, it's gonna get humongous. So that'd be like probably 400 megabytes eventually. It's mainly those videos that I made. If I get rid of the videos, turn them into GIFs, then that could save a lot of space. So I think about 40 megabytes is the videos. Definitely confusing, but so the moral of this was was every time you want to kind of throw a point onto the page, you have to add a brand new layer. And that point needs to be inside of this array that points to. That was the key. This was the key right here. We had to add a layer for every point. We can't add a layer and update that layer later on. Or maybe there is a way, but I don't know how to do it. Right? This is adding a layer for every single new point. Okay, so let me leave the meeting.